Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest of Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Fata Morga. For the northern side, as the Imperial Guard, we've got ICU. For the southern side, as the Tau Empire, we've got Bopo. Bopo is going to open up with a couple of stealth suit teams, a Aircraft Builder and a Tau Barracks. And ICU is going to go for triple Guardsman, Tech Priest Engineer, and a Infantry Command. So Imperial Guard versus the Tau. It's a matchup that's really dictated how it's going to go in the early game based on how the Tau kind of open up. They are seeing the Tau Barracks, so I assume it's going to be a Tau Commander coming in and maybe potentially doing some shooty bits and bobs. Now, depending on how the stealth suit teams are going to be used in this game, I mean, you might see them just capping the usual bits and bobs. You might see them come over and start doing some cheeky decapping nonsense. That will basically determine what's going to happen with the command squad if it does come out, which I assume will do. There we go. It's going to come out fresh-faced and willing to strike down some blueberries. But yeah, because they're the only infiltration detection that the Imperial Guard have in the early game. If you've got lots of infiltrated stuff coming over and being an absolute nuisance, then they'll need to stay behind and make sure that nothing untoward happens. Also, if any Vespids come along, that's one way to keep the command squad inside the Imperial Guard's base. There's another way to go about things. No, actually seeing a Fire Warrior team. Okay, all right. Right, and then you're going to go for the Tau Commander. So only 2 stealth suit teams, Fire Warriors coming out first and foremost, just to help with the capping and stuff. So not a terrible, crazy situation. As the game goes on, the stealth suit teams might find it a little bit difficult against the Imperial Guard, because when they get into Tier 2, they get a little satellite dish, which allows them to do some long-range targeting, scanning thingamadoodads, which will then allow the Imperial Guard, no matter where they are on the map, to be able to see infiltrated things for a short while. We are seeing a squad of guardsmen and a command squad going into the priest, and I assume the Psyche, as is the way the God Emperor has intended it. Tau Commander not really doing all that much, just kind of chilling out in the base. Maybe the Tau are planning to play a bit more defensively in this game, which is, that's fine. Fire Warrior team running straight into the command squad. They've not been air moved, as they're probably not expecting him to come down here at the moment. Bit of a lax reaction time from the Tau Commander. We'll see the command squad start peppering them blue shots. No, he's getting a little bit close, to be honest. And actually, the command squad only going for the priest and not a Psyche, so he's only got one friend at the moment. Just keen on getting involved in close combat. Could really do with that priest to be able to get some shots off and that big brain zap on the Tau Commander. Tau Commander could really do with also flying away. You've got a jetpack for a reason, young man. Unless, of course, you've not gone for the jetpack reason. Oh, no, oh, dear, oh, dear. There is nothing worse than forgetting to go for a critical piece of research straight off the bat. Whenever I play Eldar, I very frequently forget to buy the Fleet of Foot research. Are we seeing any stealth suit nonsense? Yeah, we are seeing one stealth suit team shimmying and shaking around, already taking a bit of damage. So I assume he's probably tried... Yeah, right, so probably tried to fandangle that relic or something else, but then being bothered by the heavy bolt turret, as they can be seen when doing some decapping stuff. One stealth suit team gradually whittling his way into this one. Guardsman felt that kind of looking like he was inserting himself there a little bit. A fate worse than death, some would say. And here comes the Psyche. So maybe not the most optimal... I mean, standard build orders from both players, but maybe not the most optimal micro from either side. Tau Commander is at half health at the moment, so got to be really, really careful with his engagement so far. You don't want to lose your commander this early on in the game, as he is quite a heavy investment. Same goes for all factions, really. Now going to go for some Kroots as well. So, okay, so Fire Warrior team for the back lines, Kroot for the front lines. And I suppose Kroot have a long-term investment. They are able to munch on the floor lasagna that people leave behind and make a meal of it, increasing their health as the game goes on. Big zap comes from the Psyche. Oh dear, almost getting that Tau Commander down and out. Fire Warriors firing away. There's only 2 models in their squad. They are going to get a fresh one there. Tau Commander going to jump on top of the ridge so he can provide some fire support. Also getting a pulse blast off on the actual general himself. Yeah, quite a long range with him, so he's able just to chill out. We're going to keep on top of them. Although in a matchup like this, maybe the Kroot might be a nice idea for the early game, but as the game goes on, and more guardsmen come online, I think that's probably going to see a massive fire warriors. That is if ICU goes for the majority of infantry. That being said, though, if they go for chimeras later on in the game, chimeras, I mean, yeah, okay, they've got health, they've got vehicle armor, but if you've got a couple of squads of fire warriors and the tower commander with his, what's it called, the missile launcher upgrade that you can get in tier 2, they can take down vehicles when they concentrate fire on them if they are not properly supported by infantry. I can't see the guardsmen going for their tactical control. No, they're going to go for quadruple plasma generators. Tier 2 on the way at the moment. Got some guardsmen just chilling out over here at the moment. Probably just anticipating any stealth suit team mischief on the go. And I don't think if they, the Bopo, I do apologise, I can't read Russian. But if he's able to keep his tower commander alive, which he is doing, don't think that the Imperial Guard will be pushing through anytime soon. Commander squad being brought down just to a psyker. And the crew are still having a blast, although they have yet to dine on the succulent meals are in front of them. Are actually a little bit overextended here. Really do have those fire warriors being in position. It doesn't seem like they're being air moved neither. That would really help them instantly get into firing stance the moment they see a target.
6 minutes until they can hold
Listing
victory.
burst is going to be upgraded, and actually the Tau have managed to fend off the Imperial Guard once again. A little bit touch and go with the micro from both players here, but if it works, it works. If it fits, it sits, as they say. Tier 2 has finished, mechanized command on the way, and Tier 2 is currently being built up by Bopo here. Fun fact, from what I understand from watching one of Jay Gazart's wonderful tutorial videos from about a year ago. Has it been that long? Well, essentially, when you're building stuff up, 2 builders increase the build speed, but any more than that, and it doesn't really do anything. So having 4 FCAS builders building up a Path to Enlightenment is having the same build speed as having just 2. So you can always have these 2 doing something else, or maybe not have all 4. You know, that's... And what are they, like 75 blue something, 50 blue for each caster? And, well, that's just 100 blue, plus wasted potentially. It's not an ideal engagement situation for them though, the Tau, as they've now got to... When you're here and you know that the people are going to come around this way, they manage to get over here on you without you realising. They'll walk all the way down here, which gives them plenty of time to get extra shots off at you. Only 3 models left. Morale being broken, they've got more fire warriors coming in for support. And a zap on that Tower Commander has finally sent him to the sin bin. A difficult situation to be had by all. Where are the crew in all of this? The crew are busying and bothering themselves. Oh, they're going to go around the long way home to make sure they don't go through all this fire. Quite a powerful Chimera. Well, the Tower do have very easy options against vehicles in the early to mid game, as they are able to, just whatever capping units that are still alive in the stealth suit teams, able to give them a whole bunch of fusion blasters, which are quite nasty against the Chimeras. Are also, if the Imperial Guard are too busy shimmying and shaking down here, say for example these dudes can now just go over, and the base is currently undefended. So that is something to take into consideration. Commissar inspiring the men as the Fire Warriors take out good chunks of health. One shot, I think each individual guardsman, when they've not had their health or armor upgraded, only take a couple of shots per Fire Warrior to go down. So a couple of squads of these guys, especially if they get their Chasseway in there, can absolutely melt down a guardsman infantry section. One Chimera has been kaput. Commander moving forward. You are still alive. Keeping those guardsmen occupied as the stealth teams jump over the edges. And only got 1 fusion blaster there, so won't be killing them anytime soon. Commander just trying to keep those stealth suit teams as far away from their precious vehicles as humanly possible. Managed to take down listing post on the relic. I've all seen these stealth suits just chilling out over here. They really do with map awareness, but I'm the last person on the planet to be able to judge another man and or woman for their map awareness. Just look at the range on these bad boys. They can just... I mean, it's on the cusp of their vision. They can see it because of their relic, but you put a Pathfinder team in there, and miles before the Imperial Guard are even able to see where the Tau are, they are able to open fire. Stealth suits coming back on over. But bear in mind as well that the Chassvier and the stealth suit team also comes out quite a decent anti-vehicle weapon. And boom goes the Chimera. Another one down. And the Tau have really only lost a relic and listing post, which is easily replaceable. Unlike the guardsmen, who have lost a significant amount of fighting forces. Got economies 1 of 4 and 30. Oh, that was a pause. Haha. Compared to 92 and 40. So, regular economies for both sides here at the moment. Kion, command
5
post.
minutes until taken hold.
Coming out, which is... Oh, which one are you? It annoys me. I can never remember which one is which. You are the... Hounds and Krutoks. Interesting. Why? You've gone for a mass of fire warriors. Although I suppose maybe you're able to get better upgrades, metallurgy and stuff for your weaponry. Maybe that's the long-term play here. I don't know. I would think probably that the Tau vehicles would be ideal. The Skyrim missile gunships will absolutely blast apart the guardsmen. But then again, in saying that, if the guardsmen do have lots of priests joining their infantry sections, sorry, we're not playing Praetorians here. Then, and if they've got the micro for it, they can activate their invulnerability ability, which is a fun couple of words to say, one after the other, and basically mitigate all those blue missiles coming in. So maybe it's just playing a more grinding set here. Self-suit teams have been blasted, but able to get out quite handily. And 2 squads of Crew Warriors. I mean, have you gone for the jumping research? I do hope you have. That would certainly aid you in your endeavours. Triple Chimeras that aren't good. Oh, mind you, that's what you're doing. You've got the heavy weapons teams. Chimeras on the front lines. Get the vision in, allowing the heavy weapons teams to kill the crew as best you can. And, I mean, it's worked. The crew are dead. 2 full squad wipes. But now that means that the heavy weapons teams to continue to contribute to the battle are going to have to step forward a smidgen. Look at the Imperial Guard just absolutely get wiped out by that powerful firing line. And that is only 2 squads of Fire Warriors with a couple of stealth suit teams on either flanks. They're just going to think, right, there's a heavy weapons team. Delete him, please. There's a couple of Chimeras. And look, it's just like paper mache. Here's the armour of the Imperial Guard. Here's the technological might of the Tau Empire. Yep, that's not a happy situation for them. Command squad survived by the priest. You have much money saved up, Imperial Guardsmen? You do. And you're going to go for tier 3. So you're not too fussed at the moment. You're going to just chill out with a small ragtag fighting force, as the Tau don't seem to be playing that aggressive at the moment. Get into tier 3, a couple of Lehman Russes, maybe some Cassicans and some Ogrins. I suppose Ogrins will be quite important to have against a mass of Fire Warriors. After all, Imperial Guard don't really have much to disrupt backlines. But the Basilisks have a good idea because they're able to just throw down a whole bunch of ordnance and knock these guys around, allowing the guardsmen to get into position, do some firing in there. But the Ogrins could also just walk in with a priest and bash things about, or at least draw fire away from other bits and bobs in your unit composition. Comes a secondary infantry command. And what are the Tau planning at the moment? More plasma generators. I can only assume they've gone for the good upgrades on their units, as I'll explain why they've been able to blast people apart. A little bit of a lull, a little bit of quiet time, while both players relax on the sandy beaches of Fata Morga. Stealth suit teams recapturing the critical location in the centre. And I mean, Tau could be aggressive if they want to. Could do a little bit of poking and prodding. They don't know this Basilisk is here yet. But I would imagine they probably want to do a lot more fighting on this side, much like the Imperial Guard have done over on here. Bringing your boys over, smashing things up. Gives you a little bit more space, a little bit more room to manoeuvre. Stealth suits seeing the Imperial Guard. There's no Psyker in their ranks, so they did not see them flying over. They've spotted the Basilisk now. And he is going to be a fantastic target for them, but point blank range, more or less. Send those guys flying. And also being scanned in by the Imperial Guard scanner. Commissar has seen them, gives them the old Commissar shuffle. And full squad wipe with those stealth suits. Not sure if they had any more jumping juice left in them, but we've got a fresh squad coming on the right hand side. And even the Tech Priest Agency is trying to repair them. Ain't going to be doing much. Could have. Oh, that was a nice idea. If they did it a little bit sooner, I might have worked for them with the Tech Priest Agency tying these guys up in close combat.
6 minutes until taking hold.
Both players doing a remarkable job. Just little faux pas in their micro here and there, but it's not much gone wrong for all these players at the moment. Sticking some boys inside the field command. And then here come the plasma guns firing away the stealth suits. Stealth suits taking some pot shots off at the field command. Probably want to actually move around over here. Now that that scanner has came down, move them away from it. Focus on listening post. But dear oh dear, the Imperial Guard, they've now moved over yonder. And Fire Warriors have got them in a bit of a trap. You can see them through the critical location vision. And let's see how quickly they're able to wipe out a squad of guardsmen. Can they actually wipe them out before they're able to get a decap in there? Remarkable stuff. Perfect Valkyrie strike from ICU. Straight on top of those Fire Warriors, then activating the Priest ability. Third squad of Fire Warriors coming in, but they won't be able to do anything at all against these guys for now. Doom being witnessed, and the Fire Warriors still at the top. Losing one model to electricity, and morale being broken. A fourth squad of Fire Warriors. Yeah, this is what you wanted at the beginning. Just a mass of them. Plenty of money saved up for the Tau Empire. Their economy is absolutely through the roof at the moment. And Tier 3 about to finish. Imperial Guard, they're just going to go for a whole smorgasbord of priests. A Vindicare Temple as well. No elite Guardsman infantry. You are in Tier 3 now. You can do it if you... Oh no, you have. You've got your Caskins over here. Now, would grenade launchers be the idea here? They are going to go for some plasma guns. But I don't think the plasma guns will do you all that good. Yeah, okay, fair enough. The Fire Warriors are heavy infantry. But by the time you get into plasma gun range, you'll have already been shot at by the Fire Warriors. I suppose maybe moving them forward in that Chimera of yours is the planned idea. Pathfinders now out on the field looking for that critical location. Drop these guys off straight away. Fire Warriors got no option but to fall back. These guys will also do the same. So I've not really left their side of the map for very long in not any significant ways. And the Recruit Shaping Centre. Oh, the Tower Commandos came back now. That's nice of him to rejoin. Both players sitting on serious amounts of money at the moment. 113 and 53 and 162 78. Losing a listing post over on this side. And here comes the firepower. Oh god, being gentle. They're not being gentle at all. Pathfinder team gets the targeting acquired on the Guardsman squad that is not benefiting from a priest. Basilisk fires off in the middle. You could have had it. You didn't need to bring back all your Fire Warrior squads there. You could have, say for example, let's say we've got, for the sake of conversation, let's say we have 4. We've got one here, one there, and one there. If you've got people charging towards you in a glorious bayonet charge, you only need to move the two front a little bit further back and let these guys start firing. And then when the front ones are then behind, you can then start moving these guys a little bit further back. So you're kind of leapfrogging your firing positions backwards while still allowing everyone to get a few moments to shine with their rail rifles. No, falling back en masse there. Not ideal. Tau Commander taking a whole smorgasbord of fire to the face. Oh god, he's not going to win this engagement here. But even been taken out once again. Not an ideal situation. Basilisk firing with the aid of the long-range scanner. The Fire Warriors are... Yeah, that's not an organised formation there. Unorganised formation whatsoever. Recruit Shaper, what are you going to... Oh, you're going to get a Great Narlock. Or Great Air Narlock. Better than your regular kind. Sitting on top of the ridge. As is standard when defending against non-jump infantry. Target acquired on the Cassicans. They will fall down much quicker than normal. And a push from the Ogrins slapping around Fire Warriors over yonder. With so many actual models knocking around, they are struggling to get them all down. Dark Commander comes out again, and once again, come on, move out of the way, just run, jump. Cartwheel away for all I care, just, he's down again. He's down again. Well, the stealth teams are at least focusing on the correct targets. The Basilisk has gone down. Fire Warriors repositioning away from the Ogrins. They've also got a command squad in there. Huge Valkyrie stuff, but doesn't really do that much damage against buildings. And here is Super Duper Dinosaur. Not one of the most cherished of relic units in Dawn of War Soulstorm, especially from a Tau perspective. I mean, if you've got a faction that loves firing away at range, or even doing some major stuff in melee, having something that walks around with no guns on its back or anything like that, it takes ages to get into close combat, and by the time it actually winds up an attack, people can run away from it. Not an ideal situation. Would be alright maybe if the Narlock was a little bit more flimsier but a lot quicker. Maybe that Squig Off has like a charge animation, but it does not. As all the Tau's been given in Dawn of War Soulstorm. He's at least a scary beast, and he has got demon armour, so it takes people a while to break through him. And when he is able to get his attacks off, he does a serious amount of damage. Ogrin's just stabbing away at the listing post. More Fire Warriors come out to say hello. Chimera blasted to the highest of heavens. And the Great Narlock just doing what he can. Which is not much, but he's at least distracting the Cassicans for a little while. Ogrin's now down to 3 models. They've lost their Burnhead leader. And it seems that the Tau, even though they've got a remarkable amount of green money saved up, not much blue. 92 and 74, 107 and 60. 3 more Chimeras. Not seeing anything more substantial in the vehicle department there. Well, I suppose stealth suits are the main problem here. That's what's harshening their vibe, as the kids would say. One Cassican point blank refusing to leave the front lines of combat. Doesn't want to return back home to the nagging wife and kids. Nope, he'd rather down the battlefield. More peace. More relaxation. Heavy weapons team once again. Don't think he'll be able to reach the Fire Warriors though if they get within their own engagement range. There we go, but they're going to jump inside the Chimeras. They've killed the listing post. Now they're going to fly away. The Great Narlock still chases after the Cassicans. Plenty of guardsmen. Right smack bang in the middle of all these Fire Warriors. But the Chimeras are still being shot up left, right and centre. Great Narlock, of course, takes a while to turn around as well. Not the most mobile of units. Many parallels to Squig Off, except that I do believe that Squig Off is just bigger. Got more guns, able to transport people, got a rampage ability. Much more utility in that. Oh, here comes a Crutox. Off to see a Crutox. Here we go. What a versatile unit, quite mobile as well. Beating up infantry in close combat. So no, I think it's vehicles in close combat, infantry at range. Good lord, the Great Narlock's still knocking around. If you pardon the unintentional pun there.
Eliminating targets.
Or unintentional rhyme even. Not sure what the pun was meant to be.
Stealth fields fully active.
But that Basilisk, public enemy of the Tau, needs to go down ASAP. I see him, but not with enough time left spare. Fire Warriors move into position. Open fire. Yeah, Imperial Guard squad has been wiped. The Cascans, do you still have your priest in there? No, you don't, so relatively vulnerable. Much like the heavy weapons team here. It took me ages to turn their guns around. Where were you facing before, young man? I suppose you were probably firing at the stealth ship teams, weren't you? Fire Warriors seem to be really, really struggling against the Cascans. Upgrading themselves with plasma guns. And where has the Tau army gone? You've got the money, you've got the pennies. You've got a dude over here. Still got the Krutoks chilling out. Ogrins are being rebuilt. Are we seeing the... No, we're not seeing anything huge. I suppose Imperial Guard, they've been spending all their money on reinforcing and buying new units. Only to throw into the meat grinder of the situation. Stealth ship team wiped there. Very nicely. Every weapons team's actually still alive. Against all odds. Said it couldn't be done. But managed to do it. Full-scale war has been finished. Krutoks with his monkeys or some kind of gorilla-esque mount. Trusty steed. And while the Cascans are being chased around by the Krutoks, Fire Warriors are being chased around by the Ogrins. Both units in situations that they don't particularly want to be in. Concentrated fire is what's needed against these Ogrins. We do have some Fire Warriors down here, but they're being shot at by the Basilisk over on this side. Krutoks now just refusing to follow. Maybe he's being obstinate. He's like, I'm too high of a level, you can't train me. Ogrin's not really achieving many objectives other than keeping the Fire Warriors inside their base. Krutoks going toe to toe with the commander. One-on-one. He could take him on. Go on, Krutoks. Give him a taste of your own mind. No, he's been distracted. He's seen the Basilisk. I thought, oh yes, we'll take that, thank you very much.
Yes.
He's now dead. Vindicator assassin in the back ranks. One shot, one kill from that dude. Target acquired from the Pathfinders. These guys can now just pull back a little bit. Let the Cascans and the commander take some of the shots. Now the Vindicator assassin to go off people one at a time. Another Valkyrie. Very good use of these so far in the game. Killed and broken morale of the Fire Warrior team. Basilisk also finishing him off. And oh, Bopo says GG. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not in a prime situation at the moment. You're being attacked by Ogrins and Casicans, but you could just build more units. There's an option. You've also got plenty of blue and enough green money to basically wholly throw your entire production line into vehicles. Still got 2 Fire Warrior squads left that you could use to defend the ridges. I mean, okay, you're lacking in these 2 strategic points and relics here, but it's not the end of the world for you. But looks like he's given up and he's just left the game, and this is the corpse of his empire left to rot and fester as the Cascans go about their wicked and foul business. But I must say, I mean, all the action happened right here, boys and girls. I mean, there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on, but I mean, compare the sands of time between the north and south kind of stuff. And the Tau Empire doing a fantastic job in defense. Like I say, for both teams, I think there was some micro mistakes here and there, but generally, unit composition, keeping on top of their economy as well was fantastic from both players all the way through. Love the idea of the Basilisks to provide that long-range support against the Fire Warriors to make sure that they were having their formations disrupted while also not having their Basilisks being absolutely wiped out by the Stealth Suit teams, even though that the Stealth Suit micro was actually relatively good, just keeping on top of them and doing what they can. But I don't think that the Chiron Command Post was the way forward. I think that probably the Skyway missile gunships, the the Crisis battle suits and all that stuff would have probably been a lot more effective in the long run. Maybe not as much when Lehman Russ has come out, but then you just get your Hammerhead tanks and then they're all pretty good. But yeah, that is it. So thank you so much, boys, for sending this game via the UK Dawn of War Soulstorm Discord. Links to that will be in the description below, as well as to my Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at my old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week. As been Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short. Now, see you in a bit. Peace.